Donkey Kong Bonanza is directly connected to Mario Kart World, and you had no clue. See, we've been hearing for a while now about Donkey Kong Bonanza, Nintendo's July game slated for release after Mario Kart World. We even got a Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, covering a whole bunch more stuff on this game, including, but not limited to, Pauline's confirmation in this legendary game. But Mario Kart World itself is a fantastic game all in its own right. It so desperately is the change-up for the series that we've needed for so dang long. 11 years, Nintendo! 11 years. But it is lacking in a few key areas. But what if I told you that might just change in a month? Donkey Kong Bonanza doesn't actually have to do with Mario Kart World. They are completely separate games with two completely separate ideas, but it's the implications that Donkey Kong Bonanza sets up for us that matter, because we don't have very many character options for Donkey Kong or Pauline. I think it's only one each, which, let it be known, is an abomination, regardless of whether they're bringing back in Donkey Kong Bonanza stuff in a month. And characters like Diddy Kong and Funky Kong are just straight up not there, despite making it back in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe not that long before. But then you consider what it means, and that it all makes perfect sense. They're going to release DLC for Mario Kart World. I think we all knew that this would be happening eventually, getting DLC for Mario Kart World. It's inevitable, but I don't think any of us expected it to be this soon. Now, before you start throwing bananas at me, hear me out. This could be so much bigger than you think. It doesn't just mean Donkey Kong DLC, and that in and of itself is so big. We get King K. Rool, Cranky Kong, and so many other characters and stages and battle modes and cosmetic items, and oh so many stickers. But that's just Donkey Kong. What about Zelda, Splatoon, Metroid, Fire Emblem? Those franchises are equally as massive, and easily each one could have its own cup. Like, this could easily become Nintendo Kart if Mario ain't careful. And so I don't think they're going to go that far, although they certainly could. And there is something to say about, will they even do non-Mario franchises? But even if they don't, they still have a huge amount of characters and stages to pull from. They could add all the different Koopa variants, or King Bob-omb. I don't think it's going to be massive, considering the fact that it's only an $80 game and not something like $90, but it's definitely a start to what could become Mario Kart World's biggest free DLC pool. It would make sense why the game is $80 right now, and why later on down the line, they'll absolutely introduce more DLC and extra content. And if they don't introduce his content as free DLC, I don't even know what to say. You're going to charge literally over $100 for a Mario Kart game, because DLC packs cost around $25. I understand, and yet I also don't at all. Just release it as free DLC, Nintendo, and we'll all thank you later. Now, I want to real quick discuss the timing of this, because I did say in the title that it will happen next month. But why? It could happen a year from now, and we would have zero clue. Actually, it could not happen, period, and we would have no clue. In all honesty, though, I don't know. I took a guess, and we'll just have to wait and see if it's right or not. Because at the end of the day, that's all I'm really doing, making educated guesses for people on the internet. But what do you all think of this hypothetical? Am I completely coming out of left field with an idea that's never been seen before? Or am I out of my ever-loving mind? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like and subscribe as it helps out a ton. And if you want to check out my coverage of the Donkey Kong Bonanza Direct, you'll want to click on this video right here. But with that, I'm Dastardly John, and I hope you keep on staying dastardly.